What's something that's completely legal, but that pisses you off when you see someone doing it? People that stop or hang out at choke points, i.e., doors, ends of escalators, etc. Playing a video or song loudly on their phone or tablet in a confined public place, like the subway, doctor's waiting room, etc. It's a policy at my job, transit bus driver, that we ask people to shut off their music as it can be distracting to the driver, and if they refuse to comply, we can kick them off the bus. If they refuse to get off the bus, we can then call the police. Crazy, but I've seen it happen. Bus rider here. I have seen that situation many times. It isn't so much that they want to listen to their music out loud, they usually don't have headphones, it's the fact that someone is telling them to do something, and that offends them to the point where they would rather get arrested for making their point than following someone's orders. To pass out of line. Fuck those people. One time at Six Flags Great America, when we got our first chance to ride Goliath, someone cut just about everyone in line, not flash pass, not anything. My family and I reported them to the ride operator, and the person got banned for 10 years and was told that any violation of the ban, and he would be arrested on counts of trespassing. People who bring 30 items to the express line of 15 items or less. They're usually the same people who pay in pennies and nickels too. In Texas, I got to watch this at an incredibly busy Walmart. Man pushes up cart with 30 items. Cashier: that is more than 20. Man: so? Cashier: find another line. Man: but I already waited in this one. Cashier: not as long as you should have. I ain't ringing you out. This is the express lane and you knew it. Find another line. This continued for a few minutes until the man ended up ditching his cart and leaving. It was delightful. The best interaction I ever had working at Walmart was when I had just closed down my line, light off, close sign up, and was finishing up my last customer before taking lunch. Some guy strolled up and started putting items on the belt. I told him my line was closed, and he just kept refusing. The other lines are all really long. This will just take a minute. Sir, this lane is closed. You just finished checking someone out. Why can't you check me out? I'll have to wait forever in those lines. Yeah, that's what happens around this time in the store. Sorry, I can't help you. You'll have to go to another line. He threw a little hissy fit while he walked away. But honestly, it made my day. I loved when shitty customers didn't get their way. It was the only thing that kept me going in that job. 12 more. Just a minute, customers later and lunch is over. I have asked those people, which 15 are you planning on buying? It didn't go well. They should really make it so that you cannot scan more than 15 items before paying in those lines. That way there's no disputing or fudging. I'm sorry, sir, but there's nothing I can do. I've rung 15 items, it will not let me ring any more. They just say I'll do it in 2 transactions then. No problem, back of the line please. Clickbait articles, misleading thumbnails, fake news stories. Patent trolls suck pretty hard. With some notable exceptions, it's completely legal. My favorite is Nathan Myhrvold, the founder of Intellectual Ventures. They literally buy patents with no intention of using them because the patent may be worth more in the future. It's the intellectual equivalent to a first post, but you get paid for doing it. Not putting away your shopping cart. It's a 20-second journey. How important is your life that you can't take half a minute to put your cart away? This is my biggest pet peeve. The worst is when they leave it in the parking spot next to the fucking buggy corral. It's another 10 feet, goddammit. I'm gonna have a lie down. While I was walking to a store, I saw a woman push her trolley to behind someone else's car while that person was in their car and about to reverse. So I pushed it back behind her car. She was furious. Elephant races. You know, when a semi-truck tries to overtake another semi-truck, but doesn't have the power to pass while remaining under their mandated speed limit. So the two just kind of exist side by side at 55 miles per hour. While the rest of the highway jams up behind them for the remainder of eternity. I hate this so much. All because they are going 1 mile per hour faster. Argue that freedom of speech means I should listen to his stupid opinion without saying anything. If you have the freedom to say it, I have the same freedom to oppose it. It's amazing how many people don't understand this. Walking slowly in a street. Extra points for being in a group blocking the whole width. Extra points for stopping dead without checking behind you. More points for walking out of a door in front of somebody and stopping dead, or overtaking somebody then walking slowly. Radio DJs playing songs with a police siren in the background. Add tire screeching and car honking. Nothing better during your morning commute than to think you're about to get into a car accident. A station here had a tire screech and wreck noise before their traffic report. Like, holy hell guy, are you trying to cause accidents so you can report them? Parents who smoke near their children are driving me crazy. We've got laws against it in cars. I can confirm that enforcement on that is nearly non-existent where I live, despite it being illegal. Or smoke when pregnant. Makes me rage. Not flushing a public toilet. Being a dick about not waiting. If there is an established line somewhere, respect people's time. It doesn't matter if you have less items to buy than the other person. You don't know if the person in front of you is in a hurry or not, and there's no reason to think that you somehow deserve to save time more than they do, especially if the place is busy and you know they've been waiting forever. So don't fucking cut in line without asking. I think it is so rude when people just proclaim they are going to do it. I'm just getting a coffee. Sue steps in front. For some reason I get more upset when it happens to other people than when it happens to me. I refuse service to people who cut in line. During Christmas, the line at my store was literally front of the store all the way to the back of the store. At least 80 people waiting in line. Or to put it in a different perspective, our sales goal for that day was $50K. We made $95K that day. I got in an argument with a customer that tried to cut the line and justify it, and I had to bring the manager in to get him to shut the fuck up because he just could not understand for the life of him why I would refuse to serve him when these 80 other people are waiting their turn, so why should he be allowed to skip it just because he only has a few items? Church groups leaving a tip at a restaurant with a fake dollar bill that has "paid for this with the power of God" on the back. Sorry ma'am, but the power of God won't keep the lights on. People actually do this? More than you'll ever believe. Nowadays they have on that looks like a $20 bill bent over. I literally did not know this existed. I just don't understand the logic. First of all, those working food service are generally not doing it for fun and rely on their tips for their livelihood. Second, how does simultaneously stiffing people while trolling them do anything but turn them against you and your cause? This just seems to go against every, insert religion here, teaching I've come across. Putting your bag on the seat next to you when the transport is crowded. Ask them to move the bag. Tut. Casually sit down on said bag anyway. Sitting right next to me at a movie theater when there are plenty of empty, available seats that don't require you to share an armrest with me. People not monitoring their children in public, especially when walking through parking lots. Don't walk ahead of them and hope they are safely staying close and right behind you. Chances are they aren't. Hold their hand or have them keep a hand on the cart. You are the one visible in a rear-view mirror. How about the ones who let their 4-year-old run around crowded restaurants unattended? Oh, he's just saying hi to everyone. So damn dangerous, and I'm sure that in the US, if their little angel slams into a server and someone, child, gets burned by hot coffee, then the restaurant will take the blame. This bugs me more than just about anything else I see in public. Getting angry at an airline because it's snowing and your flight was delayed. Do you think they are delaying it for fun? They are delaying the flight because they can't land the plane. Raise the price of life-saving medicine because you have a stranglehold on the market and people have no choice. Driving less than the speed limit in the left lane. In the UK, some police forces are charging these drivers with driving without due care and attention, as the right lane, we drive on left, is the overtaking lane. Cars with extremely bright lights that seem like high beams. Seriously, is that necessary? Oh man. There was this one time that I was driving at night and at a red stoplight. Then this car comes up in front of me and stops at the red light on the other side with his bright-ass high beams on. So what do? I flick my high beams on and off to let them know that theirs was on. What happened next was unspeakable. My entire vision was filled with the fluorescent bright whiteness of 1,000 suns. It turned out they turned theirs on for real. Yeah, I don't like that either. Fucking data caps. Only thing worse is unlimited data caps with 200 GB limit. That's not unlimited. treating waitstaff like shit. Not just them, but people being shitty to anyone, bus drivers, cashiers, Uber driver, or even just a random stranger walking down the road. When people don't clean up after themselves in cafeterias or dining halls. Like, would it kill you to take your plate to the washing station? Why are you making someone else do it? I always assume those people grew up with a maid or something tbh, which obviously isn't bad, but somebody should have taught you down the line that the world is not full of free maids. When someone tries to tell a professional how to do their job, or just generally thinks they're an expert at everything, and people who think that because they're a paying customer it gives them every right to treat you like a piece of shit, make unrealistic demands and crack the shits when you aren't a miracle worker. Retail life. People who grab something off the shelves in a store, decide later they don't want it, and then just throw it on whatever random shelf they happen to be standing by. Pretty shitty attitude when said item is supposed to be kept refrigerated, and you see it among cleaning products. What else is so annoying that it should be illegal? Leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.